Today is Wednesday, January the 10th. It is approximately 5:42, and I'm calling the meeting of the Laredo Beautiful Board of Directors to order. May I have a roll call, please?
You should have to supervise it.
I can call it. You didn't call it. You call it. You call it.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Jim Bernales,
Present?
Maria Hernandez, present. Lynn Nava.
Excused absence. Okay. So
Monica Cavazos, present. Graciela Villarreal, excused absent. Jaime Herrera, Heredia, right? Andy Linares,
On his way.
on his way. Laura Carolina Perez,
Here. Present.
Virginia Lopez. Absent. Yes.
Red is here. So, and Virginia Lopez is EA, right? Virginia's excused absence also? Or just
No, she
absent?
didn't communicate with me.
Just absent. Okay, just EA.
Sí, solo Graciela Lynn, ¿verdad?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a quorum. All right. So the first item is the approval of the minutes from the previous meeting. Has everybody had an opportunity to look at the minutes? I'll entertain a motion to approve. What are the wishes of the board? Motion to approve, do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Carolina motions. The next item is citizen communications. Do we have anybody from the general public? We do have somebody.
Yes.
All right.
Did you want to communicate something? Or just want
Oh, I was just wanting to let you all know. So my name is Jeffrey Hester. I am the
Join us up here.
No, well, I can't be here too long. I was invited by Miss Nava.
Okay.
I was going to leave a couple of cards with you all. So I am the program leader for Texas AgriLife within the Agricultural and Natural Resources Department. So I started here September 1, and we have hit the ground running. Judge Tano has, we're keeping some of the programs that you might have known with our ranching profitability stuff, with our cattle owners, with interests in wildlife and both consumable and non-consumable wildlife in Webb County. But also we're starting within the home and community horticulture. So I really wanted to network with you all. Again, this one, introducing myself, letting me chomp on who we are. But we do have the Webb County Master Gardener group that has started this year. We are graduating 12 on February the 12th. These 12 interns will then have a 12-month calendar year to complete 50 hours of volunteer work within the horticulture realm. So my ask is, if you have things going on, and I overheard some opportunities perhaps already, that they would love to, most of them would prefer to get their hands dirty rather than be in front of someone and talking. So again, there's my contact. Would love if that connection's made, but also we are looking at our association that we will actually start sometime this year. Will be a monthly association for anyone that's interested in horticulture gardening, but not just vegetables and flowers. This encompasses A to Z kind of gardening. And so with that, we will have different projects and beautification projects that we will be doing. And I'm one of those that don't like to copycat what's already going on. So that's why we would love to partner with you all to see what's happening. Ms. Nava has spoken very highly of you, and we thank you for the invite to be here. And just but that is my contact information. I'm sure it'll get shared. Reach out to me, and I'll be glad to any other in the future. If you have other meetings, holler at me. We'll be glad to bring updates from AgriLife or anything going on there. So I thank y'all so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And have you been to our tree farm by chance?
The tree farm.
Our tree farm.
I don't think I have.
All right.
That will be something. So send me I have been out and about trying to get an idea of the agricultural industry that's in Webb County. So
We
welcome
have,
me in. Would love
the
to.
city of Laredo has a forester and tree farm.
Awesome. Would love to see that.
Great.
Hit me up. All right. You have a good one. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you so much for your time.
For the record, let the record reflect that Gladys has joined us and that Virginia has joined us. Yes. So, okay, so we can put those as presents. Our next item is the discussion with possible action on the following no action items. So there are no action items.
No action items.
Outstanding. Okay, so then we have a staff report, which
Yes.
is a non-action item, starting with the affiliate activity report, which is in our packet.
Okay, so just gonna go over about December, January real quick and any upcoming events that we may be having or joining. So the last time I saw you, I mean, there was a lot of holidays in between. It's probably gone for about 6 days around that. So December 20th, right after I met with y'all, I met with Parks to talk about our upcoming events and projects for this upcoming calendar year. They made some suggestions, who I'll go over with y'all in a bit once we go over the calendar. We started our meetings already for the big event. We had a site visit on the 21st and today. We also did our GCAA webinar today in order to get started on the GCA. We have our upcoming grants and reports. We have the garden grant that will be due February 1st that I need to go over. I have it here with me. Hopefully we have enough time to do this as well as we're working on our GCA grant. After that, there's also the 4C grant that will be due February 16th. It's also, once I go over it, I'll take a look at it to see if we'll be able to do it, because our report is also due March 8th. And I would like to focus on that in order to receive our gold status and of course the GCA in order for us to place first this year. Upcoming events and trainings will be closed on Monday. We have a career day January 19th, 31st, and then we just got invited to another one, so we'll have another one on February 2nd. And then also on the 19th, I'll be going to Texas Workforce to see if we hire an intern that could assist us and environmental as well, because we are still out of a receptionist, and if we're answering the calls, it kind of interferes with our day, so we kind of want to help with that, and hopefully get an intern to be there in the front so we can focus on our stuff. We have another big event sit-down meeting. We'll be already getting started with our spring cleanups webinar January 1st, and then I'll be going to the Keep America Beautiful conference with FEDE February 11th through the 14th at San Diego. And then on the 19th, we'll be having a holiday that day, and then me and FEDE will be doing the Junior Master Gardening virtual training, so we can get a certificate. And the goal on doing that and the garden grant is I had spoken to John and sat down with Lynn in regards to, I know over a year ago we wanted to go and do garden beds at schools, but we're trying to figure out what would be the best way that would work for everybody. So what I thought was we ourselves get trained, which I'm about to get trained, get a grant, hopefully we're able to get this grant, and then teach the teachers or I know there's different schools have like the environmental club or the different clubs or a gardening club, and then we'll train the sponsor and we'll provide them with the materials, but they will Yeah, we'll support them, they'll handle the garden themselves, the flower bed for that matter. We can provide them 2 or 3 flower beds, they'll handle it, and we'll provide them with that. So that's how I was thinking it would be the best way for us to do it. Because we won't be, maybe once in a while we'll go out there, see how they're doing, but it's not something that we can be there every day, every week, or every month, and hey, stop by and do this. No. We teach them, we'll provide them with what they need, and but they'll take forward. They'll do that on their own. But for this project, hoping to start next school year. So that's that. And then the calendar. Let's see, there's some updates on there. There is an asterisk on May's event because of funding.
Is Los Martinez Park a real park yet?
We're gonna help make it if there's funding. Because
there's a story behind that park. It's not really a park yet. It was private property, and the city's just acquired it. It was in the process of acquiring it.
it's just dirt.
And some folks did some things that they weren't supposed to do to make that happen, but it's happened, and so now it is ours.
Yeah.
And it's in the floodplain. It is 100% in the floodplain.
Yeah, that's why if we do have that event, I think we were looking at about 80 some trees. But
Have you
we don't
seen-
know because I saw it like I saw a map.
Okay, so let me just kind
Was
of,
it flood zone, you said? Sorry.
it's in the
Yeah,
floodplain.
it's like
It's
on
clearly in
the-
the floodplain. So what happened in the flood of 2010 in July, the water crested to the point where it came up and flooded every single house on Los Martinez, all the way down to about 8 blocks. Further up the road, around Markley and those areas where Boys and Girls Club is, behind there, the floodwaters were so high it carried trailers all the way down out of really good parking lots up there. So it is, if you're standing on that piece of property and you look due west, the river is a block away from you. And you are at the level of the river. There is no drop off. The river's right there, it's just you walking, you're there. The drop off is a block behind you if you go further east. So here's some houses, here's some other houses. Martinez runs right through here, and the park is down here. Not a good acquisition, but because there is no neighborhood parks for miles in that place, it was a necessity. Just probably the wrong piece of property, but you needed a park in that area. And it's unfortunate, but that's what they had to do. So, my concern is if we're going to invest a lot of money to clean up that park and to plant in that park, have an expectation that somewhere down the road we're going to go back in. And I told the council member that as well.
Yeah, no, and that one's how I said, there's an asterisk on there because of funding wise. If we still may looks like it may not happen.
Because the park is not convenient to see? Yeah,
No,
or
because
because she
of-
just doesn't have any money to.
Because of funding, because if we go to March, right, we're a big event.
Mhm.
Whereas I was, today, during today's meeting, I was asking, well, who's willing to pay for what? And I got a lot of, well, I don't know, I can't, and so there's that, and then coming April, we have Earth Day with Rotary, and I think that's the one where it's about 80. One of them is 80, 60, about 80 trees, and that is a bit expensive. I mean, I did notify John that we may be needing some assistance.
And the big event is scheduled for the
23rd.
Okay. And then we have a tentative date of something on the Saturday, the 2nd?
Oh, that's our Dr. Hurricane.
Okay, so it's not that's
Yeah,
not going to
nothing
cost us a
more,
lot?
yeah.
That's not a big dollar item.
Correct. So the ones would be March and April.
Oh, that's what it was.
Those are the expensive ones. I know with April's, with Earth Day, I know Rotary is really good at getting us sponsorships. I did get with Parks, and we were looking at getting like a big thing where we can put in everybody's sponsorship. I'm going to show you all a photo. And
Like a banner? Or
no,
let's see.
it'll be a wall in the park. With something like this. So each little thing will have
Leaf or.
yeah, each little leaf will have the, let's say, Coca-Cola 2023 sponsor. So we want to do like a big thing. Parks agreed to assist with that, like that we can have that up and running by April's tree event.
Okay.
So we want to put this at any park that we've done sponsorship. So I know that right now, a big concern is at North Central Park, some of their plaques have gone missing, the sponsors' plaques. So once we do this one, I'm wanting to go back in North Central Park and put in, do the same for them, because this would be for. we're
So
able to
instead of
follow
them
back.
putting a plaque by their particular tree, there's just one tree with whoever sponsored that
Yeah,
year.
well, yeah, it's gonna be like kind of those things at the cemetery, like the remembrance.
Like a mural.
Uh-huh. You need like
Remembrance
a
wall, yeah.
remembrance wall, but with that, and we'll have that, and we'll just, something similar to that, and they said that they're willing to help with that.
And we don't have a park for it yet.
For April, yes. For April, originally, Rotary had requested Father McNable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I mentioned to them that we'll be sticking. They suggested another park, but we can't do that park yet, which is Veterans Park. But there's just still a lot of,
Veterans Memorial, the new one they
the
just
new
did.
one. Yeah, there's still a lot of the things that are still happening, and it's just not the right time to go in there. It's not the right time, so we'll stick to
Father
Father.
McNable.
Yeah.
That's for April?
That's for April, for Earth Day. And then so we'll skip May, and then we'll go to June, and we'll have KTV conference. I think we'll set that would be virtual. And then in September, there's usually the Chacon Creek cleanup that they do every year. So we're just gonna jump on that on our end as a parks and do that just do it.
Okay.
So,
And the date is, for that one is
14th.
14th.
And then October for fall sweep / make a difference. I would like to get what time you and see if we can go to Cheyenne Park, which is the park that Park said that needs a lot of help. Yeah. And Arbor Day, they had suggested a certain location for Arbor Day, but once I sat down and looked at it without a study, there's no area for us, for our volunteers to park or anything like that. I think they had said Century City. So there's like no, it's just not logical. So we'll stick to Independence the way I had originally wanted the other one. So that's what we're looking at for this year.
Where is
Independence.
the Esperanza Awards?
Oh,
Is that October?
it's supposed to be, they had given me a date for September 27th. I followed back with Imelda yesterday, and she didn't get back to me because she had told me that that would be the date, and then I asked her if we were still good, and she didn't get back.
September the 27th?
Yeah, that's the original date she had given me. So I need to get back with her again and see if we're still on for that date.
Because we wanted it on like a better day or.
Yeah, which was what commented to me by some of the people, some of the awardees.
So they want Friday instead of Thursday?
Yeah, they just think Friday's a bit better.
September.
Mm-hmm.
There's a religious event that Friday night.
What's the religious event?
Texas high school football.
You would know.
That's where we're competing against. And so there's a lot going on at the school.
Yeah, well, that's as
But
of right
that's the
now.
date.
We're not for sure. She just said that's what she gave me. Then she didn't answer no more. So I need her to. And it's honestly at the end of the day, it's gonna be the day she has available.
Whatever she has.
Because we're getting it for free, right?
Yeah, so,
Can't argue with free.
no. If it's a Saturday morning, well, Saturday morning it is.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Is she
that.
giving you just the space?
Huh?
She's giving you the space, or what else is she giving? Like, what is stuff in back?
Yeah, the Falcon.
It's just a menu, that's it?
yeah,
No
Falcon,
decorations, no
No,
nothing?
Falcon gives you the venue for all nonprofits at no charge. Yeah.
And then you pay for the catering?
Yeah, we pay for the catering.
I know that something I had recommended, considering the university. The only thing with the university is we could probably host, but there's some regulations about the catering. You wouldn't have to be catering, but the decoration and all that would be set up by the university. So just
But the caterers then by
Aramark.
Aramark.
So really the expense
And they're not
there
terrible,
could be
just
the catering
terrible.
and any other
Stadium fee.
gifts that, but the spacing and the decoration could be
All of that
also
be included.
shipped through.
Maybe
Just
you
a
can
thought.
get us like an estimate at how much it would be for, how much did we spend this last time? 3,000?
Around.
About 3,000?
For how many people?
100 they had estimated, right? 100 people, we did over, a little bit over 3,000. But once again, that included awards.
yeah.
So you subtract about 1,000 from that, so we're looking
So about $20 a plate. Plus
Yeah.
$1.
at about 2,000 from, yeah, okay. So, yeah, that'd be good with
Subsidize.
us.
Even then, if it goes up, for how it is to cater, it'll be catered. Somebody will come and serve.
So, right, it's not a buffet style or anything.
Yeah, it'll be,
That wasn't my choice.
Sit down.
I guess it wasn't.
Cool,
be
okay.
served. The only thing is the extras, like if you want a backdrop and all that stuff. But even then, I believe that they have some backdrops. There's not the balloons and all that, but there's some
I
standard
actually
backdrops.
ordered us a real nice, backdrop with our logo. It's big, right? Gloria?
Yes, the size of the table.
Yeah,
or the-
it's a
half of
10,
the table
8 by
they-
10, I think I got us. Yeah, we haven't had any event since, but we haven't used it. It's a big, nice.
Awesome, yeah, it's good.
Yeah. And then the next thing is your all's board agreement, board manual. So I printed this for you all because I had given, usually we give this to the new board members, and this is just in case you don't have it. This is your new board member packet, and it pretty much just states your role as a board member. When it comes from KTV, what's kind of what's expected from you as a board member. I was trying to. This is a copy from maybe a year ago when I had, or 2 years ago when I had first printed it out, because I tried to see if there was a new one, and we clicked it and opened it, and it wasn't opening. So I'm just going to base myself off of this, because they have one of these for new board member packet, and they have the new the executive director packet. So I gave you all this just for you all to take a quick look over it, and just in case you don't know. Now you know. What I like about this is it's in the back. It pretty much tells you the training and program calendar. Pretty much every event that they expect, kind of what an affiliate should be doing. So you can take that with you just in case you hadn't gone through that before. And then this is our board manual. And in there is your all's agreement. If y'all could just sign it and give it to me. That's the only thing that changed. No, there's 2 changes on there for your annual board member agreement, which was the changes that was made on the bylaws, which were I will attend 8 out of the 12 board meetings per year. It used to be 9, but now it's 8 because its absences went up to 4. And I will pay the yearly board member fee of $50, which was also agreed on the bylaws this past, which took effect this January 1st. Okay, so once you've gone over it, just go ahead and sign it and pass it down to one of the girls so they can collect it and put it on you guys' files and folders. Those of you that are chairs should have a binder with you. You can take that with you if you'd like, or leave it here. And were you able to put the tabs on there?
No, no tabs.
No, okay. Yeah, let's put the tabs for them so they can keep, yeah. Huh? No, you keep your board manual. All we want is the agreement to put it in your folder. Something that's on the board of directors packet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
This one, could y'all please fill out this one too? The board member, committee member profile. And it pretty much is your guys' name, your occupation, birth, and then it wants you to check out the areas in which you have experience and knowledge. Like that we can know who would we ask for help in regards to certain stuff. Something that I did mention to Iraida as we started working on the GCA, I said, you know what would be good is if we were to get one of you all to also put in your inputs on the GCA, because I mean one of the questions there is like talk about the demographics and the history of Laredo, blah blah blah. And maybe there's something you all know or you all are aware of that we're not. And that goes the same for all questions. Something that they did say in the webinar today is that there's a lot of stuff that maybe other departments or other organizations may be doing that we're not aware of, that we can include on our GCA application as well. You know what I mean? Because the GCA isn't just KLB, it's like what are we doing as a community, you know? What are we doing as a community to keep Laredo clean, beautiful, whatever, right? So it'd be good if somebody, one or two of you want to help us on that and say, hey, you know what, Ruby, just an example, I Love Laredo goes to every weekend and cleans up parks, and there's something that I may not know that's going on. Or like, hey, you know what, Coca-Cola does this thing with recycling that.
Concentric.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's other organizations that are doing stuff out there that we're not aware of that we can be putting on our application that can help us. I did talk to John about the past 2 years we've gotten 9 out of 12 on solid waste. So that's automatic 3 points. Like the year 22 I got a 93.5 and last year we got a 90.5 on our application. So 93.5, and they took away 3 points that we could have gotten. It's like twice. The comments, huh?
Was mad at it, or?
No, they gave us the comments, the feedback here, and I'm gonna read it. I have it here. When it comes to solid waste. And it's just 2 questions. For 2023's comments, it was metrics, question mark, include tonnage and full contamination rate, etc. Comments for 2022, cover your regular solid waste processes too. Great answer to a different question. So that was the 2, those were the comments, and I'm going to read you all actually the 2 questions. Describe your community's typical involvement in solid waste management, including work with local waste haulers, businesses, civic groups, and citizens. If your community has a recycling program, describe community efforts to reduce and address recycling contamination, which typically is around 25%. That's one question. And then the second question is, describe how your community has supported source reduction, recycling, reuse, and composting to divert materials from landfill space. Please address all four topic areas, list measurable results if applicable. The good thing about the compost part, Bella did do something this past year that we could include, which was the, it was more educational part, but he did go do different education where he went and took like the worms and showed the kids how worms help decompose and turn that into compost. So something we can include there. John also said that there's plans for the compost, something he mentioned earlier.
The city aware to acquire a new landfill, and they have, Ponderosa has all the permits necessary to create both land farming and composting.
Yes.
But Laredo, that Tammy does that too.
See, and that's stuff
They do their
that,
own composting.
exactly, that's stuff
They
that,
take from their stuff.
that we can include on there because it's how they said, and it's how they say their community, not just like Kilby Environments or the city. It's everybody as a
Yeah, because
community.
anybody can go to that garden and help.
Exactly. So that's something good for us to include on there. So that's just out there. And that is it. If you all have any questions or anything about anything, please let me know.
Okay. And so the next item is the date and time for the next meeting, which is February the 7th.
Wait. When am I, right, is that the date I had said would be good? Because I'm gonna be gone, what is it, the 2?
That's a Wednesday.
Was the one we said was.
You'll be gone the next week.
Okay, the 7th, yeah, 7th's good.
So you're gone on the 14th.
Yeah, and just a real quick, I am waiting on my daughter's basketball schedule. And I am the coach, so I'll email you all if,
We'll leave it tentative
If it-
February
yeah.
7th.
tentative, okay?
And next the week of the KV conference.
The KV conference is the week after.
After, right.
Yeah. And then after that is that other training.
So you're gonna be out the 14th, that week of the 14th.
Yeah, we leave Sunday afternoon and then we'll be
Can I
back. You can go. Yeah, we're still waiting for our approvals, but yeah.
Cool. Okay. I'm still going to put it on my schedule.
But
February-
no romantic
What's the
dinners that night, February 14th, just so you know, we'll be getting here at 6:30, so no, don't make promises.
I make no promises for romantic dinners anymore. I get trouble for whatever plans I make, period.
Yeah,
But because it's WVCA,
everything, yeah.
I usually want it here. I mean, it's just too much going on.
You'll be in
I haven't seen that.
San Diego.
It's gonna be-
So I want to be going right
Yeah,
after
we'll be
that.
going to San Diego for that.
San Diego?
Yeah,
Okay, and then all that.
My title.
So I could
yeah, I'll send
add to my
it,
budget.
I'll send it to you. They literally just opened it on Christmas Day. Yeah. Oh, and, we did have a meeting with KB that I had to reschedule. So I am still meeting with them to get our application going. Me and Ida already got started on that application. We just made a few tweaks. The main concern with that, the application thing is that our login portal. We're not able to log in because whatever password Lynn might have used or email, it's not letting us. So we may need them to start like a whole new login for us. And Lasita never did it, so it, she wouldn't have any info on that. I
This
communicated
is
with
for
her for KV,
Kate.
yeah. So it's something that's being worked on, but it is taking a while. And that's another thing, that's another expense that we're gonna make too. Cause originally they said that depending how long it had been, well, last year when we had gotten started on this, around this time, they were willing to waive, not waive the fee, but kind of waive the fee. But now they're considering us as a new instead of as a, yeah, instead of just rejoining.
A reactivation.
Yeah, a reactivation, so it's like a 1,000 some more or something like that. Yeah. It's being worked on.
Very solid waste budget.
And that's it. So
Okay. So the next item is items for the next meeting. Does anybody have anything they want to bring to the next meeting that we look at? I can't figure out other than the schedule. We were still,
Are we, sorry, for the subcommittee, for the planning, is that still happening?
yes. We just don't have anything.
We don't have anything to plan yet.
Yeah. But we
Okay.
say let's get back to that in March to see how we're doing on funding to